So you want to be a professional sports player or a musician or a dancer or a singer, an actor, a model, and this is what you want to do as your profession. This is what you're super passionate about. You love it. You think it's going to be the most amazing thing to do. And the problem that you're facing right now, and possibly the tough part of this whole thing, is how do you convince your parents to be able to let you do this? Well, let's put things in a little bit of perspective and then be able to see how I go about convincing my parents if I need to be able to follow this as a profession. So, there are a couple things you need to be able to keep in mind when it comes to understanding these professions. Professions related to dance, drama, theatre, sports, music, photography, these end up being somewhat, when you're pursuing them as an only line of profession, as high-risk professions. Now, what do I mean by high-risk professions? What I mean by high-risk profession is a profession where there isn't an actual guarantee that you're going to do well or the fact that you will get what it is that you want. So how do I take care of this? I need to be able to be alive to the fact that this is a high-risk profession, and therefore I need to make a strategy related to it. So when you go about wanting to pursue a profession in any of these spaces, you need to remember what goes into it. So let's look at it in chunks. Say you want to become a sports player and you want to play this professionally. Remember that on an average, you will need to be able to give about 6 hours a day of practice to the sport, and also be able to get the right training and play to the highest possible level. So if you're playing in school, it needs to be then inter-school and then district and then state and then national and at international levels, depending on the sport that you are pursuing. If you're doing theatre or you're wanting to do acting or music or photography, then you need to be able to do this as much as you can. So in school, it means you need to be part of theatre club, you need to be part of every production that happens, you need to try different genres of theatre. So you need to also do the Nukkad Natak, you need to be able to do school plays, all of those different things. In music, you need to be able to either sing as much as you can, give yourself the exposure that you need in terms of being able to either have a YouTube channel or be able to put out your music on any of the platforms where you'll be able to post music and share it with the world, so you get the visibility that you require with your art, with your theater, with your dance, with all of these. So with dance videos, websites or blogs that have your art on it, Instagram pages where your art can be followed, all of these things need to be in place for you to be able to do one thing. And what is that? You're demonstrating passion for this, right? The fact that you are willing to stick to something for a long period of time and do this seriously. And then now you need to also be able to think about another element. So remember when we said that this is high risk, not everyone's going to become Virat Kohli, not everyone's going to become Shah Rukh Khan, nor is everyone going to become like Billie Eilish and get the break that they require, right? You're not all going to be able to get the dance performances that you need. You're not going to be able to do that. So how do you circumvent and plan for that? Even though you may be extremely talented and you may have all the right things in your favor, and I think that you should definitely pursue a passion that you have, it is a smart and logical thing, therefore, to also be able to build a backup. Now, when it comes to convincing your parents, here's where the clinch lies. You need to show them, A, that you are dedicated to this, that you have the passion for it, that you have the resilience for it. So you're sticking to it, you're getting up and carrying on doing it. This is not one of what they would think or what you think is, oh, I think I want to do it, but I'm not sure. And you've spent time finding out about the profession. So definitely use the Mindler blogs, use the Mindler website to be able to explore these and find out more. And think about what is the progression in this career. So for example, a lot of people who pursue modeling as a profession sign up with proper certified regular good modeling agencies. They get their photographs or their portfolio taken, and they also think about what will happen, because modeling is a finite career to some extent. What happens when they are no longer being either walking the ramp or they're not getting photographed and put on the covers for ads. So a lot of people will move to say like show management or choreography for shows and being able to handle models or start their own modeling agencies. So you're thinking things through. Now let's take that example. If you want to be able to go ahead and do that in the long run, remember, you need to be able to have the qualifications to do it. So a great idea is always, if we're looking at a profession that's high risk in nature, we build a backup. So the backup has to come in form of a degree that you can have, that in the interim, while you're trying to catch your break, while you're waiting for your album to drop, or you're waiting for the next audition, or you're waiting for the next audition for your dance, or you're trying to be able to get onto the right team, that you have something that sustains you work-wise. your parents will be able to then understand that you've thought this through. This isn't something that is just a whim. And a great way to be able to convince them is to be able to make a short presentation that you may have in terms of your ideas and thoughts on how you plan on doing this, and present that to them, which allows them to understand that you're seeing that you have a logic behind what you're doing and you want to continue to pursue a passion, but that you're also thinking about their future. Remember, the only reason they may be telling you no is simply because they're worried about you. And the place they're coming from is a place of fear. A great way to be able to handle fear is with information. Do your research, help them understand you know where you want to go, apply and do yourself a favor by pushing yourself to do the best you can in your area of passion, because you should. And then also look at what are some of the other things I can study side by side and be able to build from there. So it could be a degree that's related to business, maybe. It could be a degree that could be where you go to study something, where this becomes a minor subject for you, or along with this being a major, if you go abroad, you could have another subject that's a minor that allows you to be able to gain employment. So your parents are a little more at ease, and you're a little more sorted as well, and they will then be much more open to being able to hear what you want to say. So all the best. Pursue your passions, have a great amount of fun doing that, and also use your mind and be able to build a backup. All the best.